Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, little
What
guy.
it is. What it is. I
Hey.
see you copied off of me
How'd I copy off you?
on the octagonal glasses. Hexagonal, whatever. I think it's hex.
No, I didn't copy you. I got my own
Yeah, it's
swag. You know
I
that.
mean
Now you know
it's
that.
cool.
You know
I
you
know,
know.
but you've been seeing me come here with
I
my
paid your glasses no
hexagonal,
mind. Your glasses was
and then you got
your
yours.
glasses were of no consequence to me. Of none.
Uh-huh.
None. Like zero. Like when I saw those glasses
Yeah.
online, your mind, you didn't even crawl. It wasn't even like, dang, these what Kyle got. I need to do the same thing. Didn't even
Well,
happen.
yeah, probably not, but just like subconsciously, you were just like, "Yo, I've seen this before
Mm-mm.
on a like very astute, handsome-looking young man."
None of that
And
crossed my mind.
obviously, if I get that, I can have the same type of prestige when I put them on.
No, 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 man.
No?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm. It was a good
Huh.
try though. Like, I mean, I see why you would want to think that, but not at
I mean,
all.
I don't necessarily want to think that. It's just the way the cookie crumbles
No,
sometimes.
man, not at all. I didn't. Nope. I just was, on
I
my
just
glasses plug, Zenny
I
Optical.
just made myself sad
Why?
when I said the way the cookie crumbled, and I remember I haven't had a cookie.
I told you I had the mother's board pray for you and everything. They still been asking about your situation. So like, yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna get through this. I don't know if the cookies gonna
nah,
come with you on the other side, but
last week was rough. I'm still kind of like going through it a little bit. I don't think my body has fully recovered, but last week was bad.
dang.
So I don't need to like go into details here, but yeah, I was left work one day, called off a couple days last week, and
Dang.
just yeah, fun
That's how
stuff.
I know you going through it. Cause usually you can, boo boo out a stomach ache. Once you get it out, you good. You back in the game, baby. But if you get call off, that mean that thing just keep that's man. That's
So,
real.
uh,
That's deep.
yo,
That's real deep, man. Usually once I get
boo-boo
it out,
had a
I'm good. I'm like,
stomach
oh, just can't have that no more. But once it's gone, it's gone.
So it wasn't a stomach ache though. Like right now my stomach aches.
Eh.
But like what was going on last week was like nausea
Oh,
and
dang,
just like intense nausea.
dang.
And yeah. So uh I really don't even want to talk about
We
that
gonna
right
get
now.
to.
But it just kind of came
We
up.
gonna get to.
And that's just how it
Just so
is.
you know you have a comrade. I can't eat fast food no more. Not
No? Why
really. It
not?
just run right through me, bruh. I always pay for it. Now, I always don't matter. It's just always like, yo, you shouldn't have did that. You should have knew you should have cooked. You knew you didn't need to. You need that 4 for 4. It's like, well, don't matter.
Have you been cooking that much?
I do cook pretty often. Yeah, I do.
What the like
I
it's
cook
just
the same
funny hearing
exact
that.
dish. Actually, I treat my tried and true. I don't switch it up. Cause I hate thinking about what I gotta eat, so I just cook the same thing: rice,
I
baked chicken, and vegetables. Like,
okay.
yeah, keep it very simple. It's healthy. Um,
Where the vegetables from? Do you do like the frozen
I do the
vegetables?
frozen
Do you
johns.
do like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I do the frozen johns.
I didn't know if you were like a canned
I don't
person.
like cans. I'll
Okay.
either do frozen or just fresh. I'm not gonna do no like the can. I can't do no
Yeah.
disrespect to the can. Unless the only thing I'll eat out of a can is pork
Oh,
and beans.
a ton of disrespect to canned vegetables. Like they're trash. They're always bad.
This I don't.
Only time I'll do it.
Mm-mm.
Dang it! I hate that I'm bringing in casseroles up again. Only time I'll do it is green bean casserole. Like that's the only time I'll do canned vegetables.
Yeah, man. I'm good on the can stuff.
I'm a huge proponent. Like I feel like that's one of my missions in life. I think I have multiple missions in life, but one of them is to make sure that people understand that frozen fruit and vegetables is healthier than fresh produce.
Is that a fact?
As far as I know, yes.
As far as you know.
I gotta hit him with the political answer. So the reason being is stuff is frozen at like the ripe, like when things are their most ripe, usually.
Okay.
And when things are the most ripe, not only do they taste better, but that is also the maximum nutrition value. Is when things are at max ripeness.
Word.
So, and then how they freeze it's not like how we freeze things at home, where it takes some time to freeze and then you thaw it out and then it's all mushy. Like you can't usually freeze produce, but it's like a flash freeze process, and that just like locks everything in better. And that's also why you can buy frozen produce and it's not all soggy.
They get Sub-Zero to come to all the frozen foods factories and he like blow on them real quick. Is that what happened? Is that the process? That he just be like, whoosh,
it's actually Frozone. It's actually Frozone. They just switched that over after George Floyd though, because they was trying to get the black people to come through. Do you know who Frozone is?
I don't know who Frozone is.
Dang it, I could tell. Because you would have that would have clicked. But
he's a Marvel character. I'm assuming he's a Marvel character.
No, he's not. It's the black dude played by Samuel L. Jackson on Incredibles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only seen like bits and pieces of the first Incredibles. Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure I finished the whole I just don't remember it that well though. I didn't watch any of the other Incredibles.
That's one of the best Disney.
You know,
movies.
I don't like, and you know how I feel about animated stuff. I don't really watch a lot of.
But
animated.
Incredibles is incredible.
I'm
like,
sure it is.
Great.
I believe you. My favorite animated thing is Shrek, but outside out and Boondocks. Them like the two main animated things that I really.
We're talking about movies right now.
Right, okay, well, Shrek and yeah, Shrek is like goated.
I mean, Shrek is good.
Goated in terms of anime, but I don't watch a bunch of animated unless it's like something that's like adult, kind of like Family Guy or something like that. That's like more adult friendly, but I don't watch a whole lot of like kid friendly animated stuff. Once Nickelodeon took Rugrats and Doug from me, like in '99, I just never forgave. Like I just couldn't. It was traumatic. It was a very traumatic
Doug was
time.
my favorite show.
It was very traumatic. They brought in SpongeBob, and I ain't like SpongeBob. And to this day, I still don't.
I love SpongeBob.
I know people think it's goated. I don't watch SpongeBob though, because they replaced my shows with SpongeBob, and I just was like, I'm out at Nickelodeon. I'm about to go watch. I'm going over to Disney Channel to watch Smart Guy. And that's what happened.
Was that Disney Channel?
Yeah, it was on Disney Channel.
I felt like I remember that being UPN.
It started on like ABC or something like that, and then they started like showing it. Like I think these were reruns, but they were showing them on Disney Channel. Yeah, they were showing it on Disney Channel, and that's where I went. That was my.
Okay.
That's so weird. Remember that show? Weird. It was something like that. But yeah, that was in the lineup too.
You mean That's So Raven?
No, not That's So Raven. It was like So Weird, and it was like this little paranormal like show for kids type thing. And yeah,
That's So Weird.
I think it's just So Weird. I don't think it's That's So Weird. I think it's So Weird, something like that.
I remember.
It was about this
Are
girl.
You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, yeah, that was my show too. Since Snick, baby, all that Keenan, and that was the lineup, baby. I know where I'm spending my Saturday night tonight. I was gonna go out to a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, but I think I'm gonna stay in and watch Snick. That was my childhood.
And all that.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had an older cousin, and I know he knew. I think it did, but he was messing with me, and I was watching all that. And he was like, "Why is it called All That?" I'm like, it's just all that. He was like, but all what? Like, what is it? And I'm like, all that. He's like, but what is that though? And I'm like, dude. He wasn't
using
the
word to define it. It's that. Like, but what is that? It's just a never-ending argument. It's using your first philosophical argument, and you didn't even know it. Yeah, gotta do the knowledge.
Yeah. Always.
I want to rehash our conversation from last week about songs that white people have ruined.
Okay.
Cause I was in the shower like a few days ago, and I do my best thinking in the shower, and I was thinking about the fact that like white people have ruined every song. Honestly, it's an endless list. It's not like oh they ruin DMX with they ruin like every song that they get their hands on. I'm sure Flo Rida wanted to be a conscious rapper when he first started rapping. And then Low came out and white people got a hold of it, and he became a prisoner of his success. He wanted to do like what Mos Def and Talib Kweli
Was that his first song?
with Low.
Yeah.
I think he had his first big song was like a DJ Khaled feature. I'm pretty sure, I'm willing to bet that he was on one of them DJ Khaled joints.
Probably.
And then after that, but Low was like around that at some point. It came, because white people at my height, Low was the one. They didn't know what apple bottom jeans were, but they just thought they did. They didn't know Nelly started apple bottom jeans. They just was like, oh, they're apple bottom jeans. Like, you don't know. Yeah, I feel sorry for Flo because he probably wanted to do like some like real conscious like I don't know, like College Dropout or like or Talib Kweli. He wanted to do features with him, and then Low hit, and he got to get that money. I get it. Low's I'm sure has done numbers in the streaming world. It's done bonkers. He's probably made millions off that song alone.
And you don't really watch TV, but Kroger be having commercials now,
And Lois,
and they use that song. And at first, I was annoyed by it, but then, because I would only hear it, and then I actually saw it, and I was like,
see, they ruined it.
This is funny.
I know it was white people in that
it.
marketing room that approved that. Ain't no black people approved Low to be the song.
Dang, his first single was Low.
Whoa, see, man. Poor T-Pain.
It was on the Step Up 2, The Streets soundtrack.
Any like part 2 of like a movie in the mid 2000s was trash. Drumline 2 was trash. What's the one with Columbus Short when they stepping? With Chris Brown died.
Stomp the
Yard 2 is trash. It's a Stomp the Yard 2 and it's trash. Like,
wait, who's in it?
I don't even.
Oh,
you gotta look it up.
We going full circle.
Look this up, but I know it's trash. I bet my butt.
Stump the Yard too. Homecoming, of course. Yes, I'm so glad we're back here again. I wanted it to be organic when we came. Oh, Columbia Story.
He in it
He's
again.
Still in it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh snap! We got Pooch Hall
of the game fame. He's in the game. That's him.
I don't even know who Collins Penny is.
I don't know who that is either. I bet you I've seen the face though. I probably have seen it.
David Banner, Tika Sumter, Terrence J. Oh, my boy Keith David. You already know it's good. Keith David in it. You already know he's the villain. You already know he's like bribing somebody on the side to win this
either
competition.
The villain or the president of the college that don't want them doing all that stepping.
Nah, he ain't the president because his name in the movie is Terry. He's the villain.
They owe him some money, and they gotta go into the step show and win the step show and pay him the money. If that's not the plot to the Stomp the Yard 2, we just wrote the Stomp the Yard 3 plot. That's definitely Stomp the Yard 3.
Oh my gosh. Oh, got Kylie Williams. I know her face.
She's from 3LW, right?
Yeah. That's what it. No, yeah. No, was that 3LW?
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Cheetah Sisters.
Oh, the Cheetah.
Was she also in the Cheetah Girls?
She's in the. I think she is in the Cheetah Girls. She might be in 3LW.
Okay, so she was in multiple groups. She was in 3LW, Cheetah Girls, and Blueprint.
I ain't heard of Blueprint. They ain't make it. The label dropped them. You know how that go. Industry politics. You know how to. Early 2000s music industry. You know how that go.
Oh my gosh.
You seeing more names?
Oh, of course. Ricky Smiley. Lil Duval. I'm really trying to find like a professor. Like I want somebody's name to be Professor such and such, but I'm not seeing it.
Why is that not the case if this is a show about or a movie about college? Like there's got to be like at least two professors. Where's Orlando Jones to play Professor Lee?
But this one is Homecoming though. So it's all about the homecoming weekend.
Touché.
That's why.
You don't really see
They out.
professors during homecoming. That's true.
Jasmine Guy.
Okay, she got a little small role as like somebody's mama.
Wait. I really wish it would tell me like what, like it tells you the name, but I wish it would tell you the actual role that they had. Because I'm not about to go watch this whole
I'm
movie
sure they
just
get the
to find
plot laid out on Wikipedia, but we don't have time for that. But I'm sure they get the plot
not
laid
at
out.
all. Tiana Taylor's in it,
Okay, all right,
so I'm sure she's a love interest,
yeah.
especially at that
Or like
point,
you
she
know,
would've
it's like
been
that one girl that's like
a little
mean,
younger.
and she's got her whole crew, and they all in the club, and she come in with the crew, and she like looks somebody up and down, but she like the best dancer or something or stepper like that. She kind of like a villainy type of role. I could see her in that too. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got some dude. His name is Principal Dancer.
Oh, he's that's a background. That's like a extra. That's not. I mean, he a principal dancer. He was like he probably used that credit for his for his career.
Oh, okay.
He ain't had no speaking. We don't know who.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know this stuff. But yeah, there you go. Stump the Art 2, Homecoming.
But yeah, they're all awful movies. But gotta support our own. Gotta support our people.
So I've been thinking about it though, like when it comes to why are our like low budget movies so bad? And I don't think it's any different than white people's low budget movies.
I don't watch white people low budget movies, so I don't. I can't say.
I mean, you remember when I lived with those three white dudes?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was our senior
I
year.
remember that.
So that opened up my world to low budget white movies because I would have not known that these things existed. And they like make these movies a lot. I think it's the fact that like for black people, we don't have a lot of movies.
And
like,
our
we
like
don't
most
have,
famous
like, a
people
bunch
be
of-
in these low budget movies.
Right. Like they're A-list in the black community.
This is like Ricky Smiley's a big deal in the black community.
Right.
But not to the white community. They don't really know who that is.
Like we should, not today, but we should have a segment dedicated to all the Vivica A. Fox's movies.
Like it's gotta be
like after 50.
I was gonna say it's gotta be like post a certain like movie. Like it's gotta be like after Two Can Play That Game. Like what was she in after that movie? Like,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
No, I mean that's why I say after.
There's a
50
Two Can
Cent.
Play
It
That
was
Game
like,
too. There's a
is?
Two Can Play That Game. It's something. It's not. I don't know if that's the name. Two Can Play That Game too, but it's like the sequel to Two Can Play That Game.
I gotta look
You
it
get
up.
to. You get to. I'm pretty sure. I forget. I can see the girl's face who's the lead, but I forget her name. But she been in a lot of
Who Can Play That Game
Two.
sequel?
Mm-hmm. It's out there. And Vivica Fox is in it.
It's 3 Can Play That Game.
Cause get it, cause we going up a level. It was 2.
Wait,
now it's 3.
Wait, this I need to bring up another movie. Cause I just feel like, to be honest, we need to put the trailer of this movie in this episode. And I need to send it to you so we
What's
can
the
have
movie?
a live reaction. Wait, Wait till I go through the 3 can play
Oh yeah,
this game.
let's get the star-studded cast. The 3 can play that game.
Okay. So it came out in 2007.
Oh.
Vivica A. Fox is also still in
I knew that. I did know that.
it. Jasmine Lewis.
See, that's her name. Yeah, I know. She's in like a bunch of low. I know who she is.
Jason Winston.
I don't know who Jason Winston is.
Jason Winston George.
The dude who was in
Jason George.
Eve.
Yeah,
Yep. You know, yeah, baby.
Uh-huh.
Black TV royalty, Jason George.
Tony Rock. Terry Vaughn.
Yeah, that's you know,
Levita.
Yeah, that's Levita. Yeah, Levita Alizé
My girl-
Jenkins.
My girl Kalita Smith.
Yeah.
Melissa Ford.
yeah, I can see. You know, she's like the temptress. She got a little small role as like a temptress.
And her name's Candy, so you know it is. You know she.
I want to sit in on the writers' meeting for these movies. That's my goal now. I don't want to be I just want to be in the writers' room for 4 can play that game. Coming to you in 2024.
Okay. All right. I'm about to send you this. So here, the funny thing about this movie is this is when I wasn't in the Black community so much anymore in school, and like Tyler was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So he is who I shared this trailer with, and we watched it, and we're in tears
The
laughing.
trailers be
it's-
like they own thing too. Like,
Oh my gosh. And now I can't find it. So it's called Insecure, but it's just with an N. There's no I.
I'm about to use
It's just Insecure. And of course, I can't find it because it's showing me all.
Can you name me the
Insecure.
cast while I look up the trailer? Like who's
Hold on. Oh, I found it.
Oh, my girl Essence Atkins in it? Oh, this is a banger.
Yeah.
I already know what's up.
Essence.
I'm watching this on silent so I can really laugh.
Wait, which one?
Insecure.
Which one? I mean,
What trailer?
yeah.
It's like a
'cause
man
some of them are
controlled by
longer than
time.
others.
This is 3 minutes long.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna send you this one then, and just watch this one, so we can watch it in real time. Cause this joint, I'm also gonna post it in the video so y'all can watch along.
All right. I got the trailer. Oh, it's 2 trailers. They really went out with having 2 trailers.
Bro, it is fantastic.
I'm starting it.
All right.
To David Washington, marriage to the right woman was an essential part of his plan.
And where are we on our wedding plans, Miss Wedding Planner?
I'm working on it, you know? I need more time to plan it. It's your wedding day.
But one moment
I'm not in love with David.
shattered everything.
Surprised you stayed with that controlling
Oh,
bastard.
my
as
girl
long
Elise
as you
Neal
did.
in it.
Yeah, me too.
Relationships are never perfect. When another chance at love.
This is a who's who of Tyler Perry movie actors.
This time, he wouldn't let his guard down.
What a pleasant surprise.
And it's nephew Tommy.
Hey, Dave, welcome back.
Don't touch.
The light skinned dude
Yo,
was in a
the-
Tyler Perry play. That's where I've seen him before. I've
I had
seen him in a
reservation
Tyler
for
Perry.
12:45.
Okay, well, I'm 5
Hmm.
You just flew it.
Okay, well, I'm 5 minutes late. What's the big deal? Oh, Lord.
The girl that's getting therapy, she was in a Tyler Perry movie.
Very.
Why are you with this man?
Beneath the insecurities, he's a beautiful person.
Yo, this is you. This is a black you. They must have watched this and then made the show you.
See, they be stealing our ideas.
Wait, what's the music for the trailer though? Wait, are you not listening to
I
it?
am. I'm.
Wait, that's my car!
Dave, it's my car. I paid for it, and I called the police and reported it stolen. Now, do you want to go home or to jail?
Insecure. Starring Essence Atkins, Lamont Rucker, Denise Boutte, Tempest Bledsoe.
Tempest Bledsoe, she was in the Cosby Show. This is Black TV royalty.
Introducing Cordell Moore.
Oh my god.
Insecure.
I might have to watch that.
I always told myself I would.
might have to watch
but
that.
I never ended up watching it.
I gotta watch that.
It's fantastic.
That's Oscar level.
Okay, this guy.
That trailer felt all over the place, though. I don't know what that movie's about.
It was. That's the thing.
I don't know what that movie's about still. It started out showing Essence, and Essence was breaking, like, I was like, all right, so this is about Essence.
They were trying to, like, show too much. And
then it took a turn halfway through the trailer. How did the trailer take a turn?
Right. How you gonna catch the twist in the trailer?
Wait a minute. What's going on here? I thought we was following Essence around. Oh my god.
Had nothing to do with her. You see her in therapy, everything.
Oh man. I love it. I love it.
But then there's like, I don't know. It's still like, I think there's movies like that in the Black community always still do somewhat well though, even though the acting.
You think that did well?
I'm just saying. So
no, Google it.
I mean,
since you sound so confident, how well it do? Let's see.
I don't mean well in the sense of like it's actually a good movie.
No, I ain't saying that either. I'm saying like who watched it, the eyes on it, and just like did they recoup?
I don't know.
Did the producers recoup their money?
Okay,
that's how you
I
judge
don't know.
in the movie business. That's how they judge if a movie did well. Did I get this 10,000 back with interest?
Where do I go to find like how much they spent?
It's probably not out there.
Okay, so the budget is 1.6 million. So funny. You didn't see that CGI that they had, the car being flipped over the train? That costs money.
That 1.6 million gone.
So
that money is gone in the wind.
So 1.6 million. Let me see. Where's the
George Clooney listening to this and he turning this off right now. He like 1.4 movie. Oh man.
Yo. See, I told you. It still did well. They made money.
How much they made?
They grossed 2.6 million. So they made $1 million off of it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Considering.
They ain't tell you they stole half of it though. Essence Atkins still waiting on the other half of that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
See, but this is what I'm talking about. The reviews on it. Even though on IMDb it's got a 3.7 out of 10, but somebody gave it an 8, saying it's a must-see movie for everyone, not just women. But that's what I'm saying. It's like when there's a certain amount of drama, it's just like, oh, yo, this is insane. When it's just like so much crazy stuff going on. Like,
It's so crazy that you can't turn it off.
Like, what was that movie that came out last year or 2 years ago? It was a Tyler Perry movie, but it was so bad.
With the dude who took advantage of the old lady? I ain't seen it, but I think I know what movie. The dude who had the bad wig.
I never saw it either.
He had like the high top.
I think that is something.
And he took advantage of the old.
Yeah,
it looked bad. It looked terrible, and I didn't watch it for that reason.
Yeah, but like, it did so well in the black community. Like, people were just like, yo, this movie crazy. It's so good. Like, crazy doesn't equate to good. Like, it's just because it's crazy doesn't mean it's a good movie.
It don't. That's how I felt about that one movie. It's a Tyler Perry movie. It's I'm sorry, I've been
you good?
laughing so hard.
You gonna keep it together?
It's a Tyler Perry. It's with Lance Gross. It's when you seen. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's Lance Gross. It's when his wife like leave him for a rich dude, and all this crazy stuff happen in that. It's because Tyler Perry he don't ever his movies never always go like 2 steps further than a real story would actually happen. Like what? Because I'm gonna get him. I forget the name of the movie now. But basically she leave him for a rich dude, and then the rich dude infect her with AIDS.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking it was.
In real life, she would have just left him for a rich dude, and that would have been lit. That just would have been the light. That's been the end of the story.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of
now.
it.
It's bothering me. I gotta look it up now. I gotta. If you're watching this and please comment the name.
I know it's like one word.
I guess I don't know. Oh, Temptation. Confessions of a Marriage Counselor.
Was she a marriage counselor in the movie?
I think she was actually. I think she was. Dang. Yeah.
And then Nia Long, is that one her or is that somebody else?
I don't think that she's in it. I don't think Nia Long.
Okay.
But she might be. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna name the cast this time.
I think there's another one where Nia Long is the temptress, though.
So we got Journey Smollett, who's
his Journey.
Whose brother's Juicy Smollett.
Yeah. Juicy Smollett.
Smollett, my bad. Robbie Jones is the dude who infects her with AIDS. We got Lance Gross, who's the husband, the faithful husband, the victim of this whole situation. We got
wait, real quick. Okay, keep going.
We got Vanessa Williams. She's in it.
She's in it?
Yeah, she made it. He got her in. He got, the budget was big for this. Tyler was turning out hits by this point. He could get whoever. Brandy was in it, or Moesha,
Oh, snap. You better go, Imo Udaka.
The rest of these people, I don't know who they are. Yeah, the rest of this is just random like actresses and that I don't really know. So, but yeah, he that's a quality cast. But it, the plot was like, whoa, Tyler. But yeah,
my man, I respect him more now.
Who?
Ima Udaka.
Who? He dating Ime Udoka. Oh, I was like Udaka.
Whatever.
Who is Udaka? Who is this Udaka? Am I supposed to know who this is? Oh,
I said Udaka.
It's Udaka. Yeah, Udaka. Ime. But yeah, that's Nia's her thing. I thought me and Nia had that's old though. Me and her share a birthday. That was like that was a connection at first. It was like, oh, I'm October 30th too. Whoa, what a coinky-dink. It fizzled out though. But yeah, man.
How do you think Journey feels
about Juicy?
About Juicy.
How would you feel if your sibling did something like that? Let's ask that. Because I don't know their relation. I'm sure they're close. I do know she was very supportive of him on social media when all that first went down, when we didn't know this was all a hoax. We didn't know this was a Tyler Perry stage play at first. But yeah, I don't know. How would you feel if your sibling did something like that?
I think I would publicly distance myself. Like if my sister did something like that, I would just be like, I know I see everything that everybody else sees, and I can't just still be like, yeah, you telling the truth, because you're not. Like I couldn't do it.
I think
I don't know.
So how I would probably handle it is that I would like, I think publicly I wouldn't say anything publicly. Actually, I probably wouldn't, because that's my thing. Like with family, I'm never gonna like publicly just come out against my family. You know what I mean? Like whatever we get going, whatever they get going on, I'm never gonna just air them out publicly. But privately, they gonna hear from me. Privately, they gonna get. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know, and I kind of feel that could be the case, because right now I'm thinking in a mind of
if you were a famous actress,
not having any fame. So like if I had some fame, maybe I would like approach that different. But I still feel like, I don't know, man, because I also think that I have a pretty different perspective on family than probably most people. So
which is,
I don't even know if I want to get into it. So basically, it's like people always talk about like you don't choose your family, so you just gotta like stick with them no matter what. And I'm just like, you don't choose your family, so you don't have to stick with them no matter what. I just feel the exact opposite. Like I don't think that just, what did I just hear? I don't think that just because like you're blood related, that means that you should have more loyalty to someone no matter what. Like I just don't think that that's true.
well, I think to some extent I agree, because you know there's like, you know, there's a phrase like all blood ain't family type of thing. I think there's some truth in that. Like, you know, everybody you're related to by blood isn't necessarily have your best interest at heart. They're not necessarily even loyal to you. But there is people who I share blood with who is family, that they're family, you know what I mean? That who I would like, you know, I'm gonna stick beside and be loyal to and all that type of stuff. So I'm kind of in the middle on that, but I see where you're coming from. I do see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily think you should blindly just be like, I'm riding with my family no matter what. And if they like, you know, because sometimes they might be doing off the real stuff. It's like, I gotta, you know, I gotta be over here with it.
Like, so me and Tasha been watching Abducted in Plain Sight.
I've heard about this. I've heard.
And we've been watching it like half an hour at a time, so we're not even finished with it. But like, if I was that girl who is now a grown woman, like, I would have no association with the rest of my family. I mean, maybe my sisters, but like, especially my mom. Her mom was wild. Just
refresh
like,
me on this. This is when
so
there was a dude living with them and who was messing with her.
He wasn't living with them.
He was like a neighbor.
They were all,
or something, right?
Yeah, they were like in the same like community of people.
Okay.
But they weren't necessarily neighbors. I think they all went to the same church. Of course, this is like middle America, like in the I don't think it was in Utah, but like one of those neighboring states.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I think this is all. I think they was in Wyoming actually, or Wyoming or Montana. One of them. Like,
well, I mean, there's like several things that happened that spread into all these other states, though.
Yeah.
Like, cause that dude like moved around a little bit. But basically, he just got really tight with his family, and it was like the oldest daughter he had an affinity for, and he like just manipulated the parents in order to get close to her. And once they recognized it, like the dad, he finally like stood up a little bit and was like, put his foot down. It's like, nah, this ain't happening. But the mom was still just like, yeah, this is bad, but like she wants to like go spend time with him. So like there was one moment he had moved to Wyoming and he opened up like a kids arcade center or something like that. And he he was trying to get the girl to like come visit him for the summer and like stay with him for the summer. And the dad's like, no, absolutely not. Like,
Right.
what are you talking about? And he just like kept calling and like kept trying to reach out. And then his daughter was just like, no, I want to go. Like, I'm going to go. And he's like, no, this is not happening. Like, you're out of your mind to even think that this is going to happen.
Right.
So the mother was like, well, she wants this so bad and she's going to make it happen regardless. So she bought her a plane ticket and sent the daughter to him to be with him for the summer. Then the dad found out, and his response was, you're going to regret this one day. Like, she would have been out of my house so fast.
You're going to regret this.
For one, she would have been out. Like, I would have divorced her. And he already, like, gave her divorce papers for something else that she had done with this dude. She was, like, sleeping with the dude.
Because didn't the dude end up sleeping with her and end up sleeping with the dude, too?
He didn't sleep with the dude, but the dude gave him a handy.
Which is
like the dad, because they were just driving and then they like pulled up in a park or something and he was just like had an erection and he was just like, this is so tough. I really need some help with this. And he was like, I don't know what to do. And then he was like, could you give me a hand? And then he was just like, all right. And then he just gave him a hand job. Like, just all of the story behind all of this is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And this is all this, like her mom like sending her there was after she was sleeping with him for like months. And he was like gonna divorce her, but then she came and was just like, I'm sorry. And then he was just like, all right, that's cool. Come on back. And
no big
so
deal.
Then and so that happened. And then like before that, he kidnapped the girl, took her to Mexico, married her in Mexico. And then the FBI got involved, got the girl back. They dropped the charges. Because his wife,
this white privilege,
because
this is what people get mad about. This is why we was marching last year or 2 years ago for George Floyd.
Exactly why.
This is exactly it right here. Drop the charges. Drop the charges.
They dropped the charges because his wife, he's married and has his own family. For the record, his wife came and was like, "Can you please drop the charges?" And if you don't, I'm gonna tell everybody that your husband's a homosexual.
She blackmailed the other couple.
She basically blackmailed him and was like, oh dang, then everybody gonna know he gave him a handy. But everybody know now anyway. So it's like like all the further things could have been avoided.
And they just dropped the charges. That's so well. So they asked to drop the charges. Basically, then is what happened.
Yeah. So then they dropped the charges, and
White
then the
justice.
dude with the FBI, like they interviewed him, and he was just like, "I was so mad that they just dropped it, because then once it was dropped, they couldn't continue to investigate. They couldn't do anything else because I'm just like, bro." And we still got another half hour to watch. So I don't know what's about to happen.
I heard about all that like when it first, because that came out like a year or two ago, but I had been.
No, it's from like 2017.
It came out that long ago?
I think it just like.
It blew up.
popular.
Yeah, it blew up at one point.
Yeah.
So I remember, okay. I remember hearing about that and I was like, how Sway?
It's crazy.
How?
It's crazy.
What's going on in they need to do like some mental health tests in these middle Americas, in these places.
All of them.
In these places that just y'all don't see no other countries. You know, y'all need to really be exposed to other cultures. Y'all the ones.
Really?
Y'all the ones that need to see how other people do it, because this song would not go down. No way.
Yeah, it's
No.
wild. I can't, like, I have to keep pausing it and just have a conversation with Tasha and be like, how? How is this still continuing?
Man.
And then, because they even, like, brushed on, he tried to do this and infiltrate a couple other families before he got to them, but they shut it down once they noticed he was getting too close to their kids.
Right.
I'm like a normal family should do or would do, but but I mean, that's what happens is like they might get 20 no's, but that one person that says yes, and then it just opens Pandora's box, because he's not gonna stop. He's just gonna find the next person. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
I don't either. I'm just I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
It's so ridiculous.
I don't know. This wouldn't be a good time to bring up my thought about. Never mind. Well, I'll tell you off air though. I do have a thing I want to mention, but I can't even. This is too much right now. Yeah.
What? All right.
What were you about to say?
I got something for y'all.
Oh, go ahead.
Beat of the week. What's the beat battle? We forgot to do
We
it last
we
week.
didn't.
All together.
Did we? And we ain't do it today either.
Yeah.
We forgot today. Like I just like
I know.
realized. I was like, oh, we ain't do. All right. Yeah. You got one?
I was hoping you would have one.
I mean, I could come. You know, I can always cook. You know how great I can cook one up like easy. I just
Oh. I know it, but I can't think of what the name of the song is or who the artist is.
It's Jay-Z. Excuse me, Miss Remix.
Oh. Huh?
Jay-Z, the Excuse Me, Miss Remix. La la.
Oh, that's why I didn't know. I was thinking Jay-Z, but I was like, that don't seem right. I didn't know it was the Excuse Me Mix remix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you threw me off with the remix. All right. I have one, but I feel like that has been done already now that I think about it. I keep thinking of stuff I'm pretty sure has already been done. Yeah, I definitely did that before.
I don't even know what that
I
was.
gotta think
either,
of something
though.
else.
What was that?
Buddy. My
Yeah,
Music
yeah,
Soul
yeah,
Child.
buddy.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you'll know this. I think you would because he's one of your favorite artists, but it's not a very popular of his.
Okay. Oh, it's Kendrick Lamar. Why don't I know this? It's he dead. Amen. Rigor Mortis. Yeah, I had to.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a really good project, by the way.
It is. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Fun times.
It reached my high.
Yo, this lets me know we need to do topics more.
I enjoyed it though. I feel like
I mean, I have. There just be dead moments where we trying to like.
Hey, I listened to this like audio only earlier this week, and I was like, "This is great. We get something." I was like, we're engaging even with, cause I'd be like watching it, it'd be cool, but I'd be like too critical, cause I should have did more. I don't know, but listening to it,
just being more theatrical.
yeah, listening to it, I'd be like, yeah, I like these guys. I don't know who they are, but they got something, man. They're cool. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Didn't want to do these back to back, but I also forgot. We also have the little known Black History fact of the week.
Snaps.
Boom, 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 boom.
You want me to do that while you tell it?
Otis Freeman, known for being the first black man to use the phrase, "I wish a nigga would." It was 1882. Otis and his partner Gloria Freeman were waiting in line at a public water fountain on a late July day in Atlanta, Georgia, being reviled by the already quenched white patrons in the hot summer sun when a young black male tried to cut in front of Miss Freeman. Mr. Freeman exclaimed, "I wish a nigga would," while he pulled his arm and pulled that young man back out the line. It's not the proudest day in Black American history, but it was a necessary one. Thank you.
It was definitely a proud day. He had to let that nigga know, like, hey, this ain't that type of party. All right. Hey, man. Was this this must have been in the North, though, if he just using water fountains willy-nilly. In the middle.
No, I said it was in Atlanta.
Oh, he was bold, man. This is like, that was peak Jim Crow. Well, not peak, but like the start of it. 1880? That was when Jim Crow started. Like, that actually was the beginning of Jim Crow. That was like the debut album of Jim Crow. 1880? Well, that's when Jim Crow started getting
research before I made
Jim
this
Crow
story.
started getting loose. He started, he started kicking his feet up like, all right, I run this. Speaking of Jim Crow, I was looking it up yesterday. This is an interesting fact. If you look up black migration patterns, they're very basic and simple. People just literally moved north of wherever that state they were in. Black people, you literally just was like, all right, what's north? And we just going up, and then we going to stop when we get to a big city. And that's basically what happened. Like, Mississippi, if you look at Mississippi migrant, people from Mississippi went straight to Chicago because that was directly north of Mississippi. Alabama, directly north, is Ohio. So, and Detroit. Most black people in Detroit and Ohio have Alabama ties. A lot of them have Alabama ties. Georgia was like Ohio too, and kind of PA. North Carolina was New York because it's a straight shot. And then Texas, they didn't go north, they went west. Texas and Louisiana, they would go directly west.
To like LA.
Yeah, LA and the Bay. And yeah, it's interesting stuff.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, good to see that my family, they like broke the shell,
Cause they from Arkansas, ain't they?
What?
I thought
from Mississippi.
Oh, they are? Oh. I thought it was Arkansas.
Or at least my mom's side. I honestly don't know about my dad's side.
But don't you get family in Chicago though? I remember you telling me you went to Chicago for something, or I remember some family reunion, or
we had a family reunion.
Oh, okay, but
we had a family reunion outside of Chicago, but that was like, it's just like a cousin and her husband lived there.
Oh, okay.
It's not family.
Apparently, I got mad family in Chicago, and we don't know none of them. Cause a lot of my dad's side is originally from Mississippi. Then they moved to Louisiana and just stayed in Louisiana because there was more jobs in New Orleans and everything. But they from a small town in Mississippi. But they got a lot of I got a lot of relatives apparently in Chicago, but we don't know them. But yeah. Yeah.
What part of Mississippi?
It's a small town called Woodville, Mississippi. It's like an hour from Baton Rouge. About an hour from Baton Rouge. It's almost like the southern, because you know Louisiana's a boot, and then Mississippi kind of fits the boot.
Yeah.
So like Woodville is like at the border of Mississippi and Louisiana, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know my granny's from Tupelo.
I've been to Tupelo. They got a school there. Yeah, I've been to Tupelo. I got crazy stories. We might do a whole. That was a church camp. That was I was a while in that Tupelo.
Isn't that where Elvis is from?
He might be. I don't know.
I think so.
I could see.
Nah, yeah, but like, do you have? I don't even know how to ask this. So like, my grandmother, she like grew up in Mississippi. Her and her brother, they grew up there and then moved up north. Like when they got older. I think they were older. I don't know all the story behind that. Do you have, like, what generation do you know that like moved?
Oh yeah, I know all about. Baby, I know this. I'm the family genealogist now. They passed it to me. They had a whole ceremony, and a nigga who looked like Rafiki came to the house and like painted my face, and I'm the family genealogist now. So what happened was, on my mom's side, cause that's the only side that lived up north. But on my mom's side, my great grandfather moved up north, and he brought my family up. So my grandma moved up to Ohio when she was like 10 or 11, maybe somewhere in that range, maybe even a little older, but somewhere around there. So she was born in Alabama, lived there for like first few years, and then.
Wait, who is this? I just realized I wasn't listening.
The listeners was listening. But I said my great grandfather moved up to and brought my grandma and her her siblings up and everybody.
Okay.
And my grandma was like around 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. So a bunch of them moved up to Ohio from Alabama.
Okay.
But we still have family. Some stayed in Alabama, so we have family still in Alabama. So I've been to Alabama a few times and met that side of my family and everything. But yeah, and they just stayed up here after that. Up in Ohio, I should say. But yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
But they older though, so we get like my family. That side is not that big. They're like older. So like I don't know. Yeah, it's just older. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
They older.
Yeah, they older. Yeah. They older. Yeah, that's just the best. They older. It's not a lot of us.
That's what's up.
Black migration, baby, it's interesting. And now the migration patterns are reversing. Everybody is moving south now. Black people coming back to the South in droves. I don't know why, because these Republicans are wild. That's a whole nother episode. They are wild in Tennessee, at least. Wild. They just running amok in this state. Running amok. Oh my God. I'm like, where am I? It's real. It's real down the South. I don't know what black people coming back. I mean, I get it. The weather is nice, cheaper, but the governments, yikes.
Yeah, that's what keeps me from wanting to move down south.
But I don't know. I like it down here.
But also like moving anywhere. Like I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Like, because I would want to go out west more. So
Kyle, you be cool in Colorado. Well, the city you trying to go to, though, I don't know how much. It's a little more rural. It might be a little more conservative out there. And I ain't even saying conservatives is all bad completely, but it's just they tend to have a more like regimented view of like minorities and those, and that's the issue. But where you trying to go is way more conservative. But if you trying to just go to Denver, it's be straight. You be fine.
Yeah. I mean, big cities usually are a little better.
Yeah, right.
But it's still, it's like the politics behind the city usually is still pretty conservative.
Right. Yeah. That's a fact.
And that's where it's tough. I don't know. Hey,
They trying to
whatever.
legalize vigilante armies in the Tennessee right now.
For real.
Yes, they're trying to give people the right to just to apprehend criminal all type, just crazy stuff. I don't get me
That's
started.
nuts.
I am.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, why do they think that would be a good idea? I mean, it's pride, mostly. Like, you're just like, oh, we can do a better job of whatever or whoever is in charge. Is your city, is it, well, yours Nashville, is that like Republican? Like the mayor
Nashville
and
is
all that
interesting.
stuff?
It's a very interesting place. So it's a Democratic mayor, but barely. Like they got a lot of it's white people just running that. They run this city. They were running amok. Like I said, like, and it's a weird. Nashville has what's called like a, I forget. It's like a metro government. So like this like I have a city. I live in a suburb technically, but I have a city council representative because they kind of expanded their city government here. So it's not just Nashville. Like I can vote for the mayor basically, even though I'm technically not a Nashville. Like my mailing address is Antioch. You know what I mean? And so but I'm in the Nashville city because it encompasses like a bunch of the suburbs surrounding Nashville too. So it's like, and they kind of, in my view, they did that to like consolidate white power more so in the city. Cause like Nashville, the city itself is really black. It's probably like 50-50, like, or maybe 60. Well, now it's like way more white people because black people are getting pushed to like, but then out now.
Yeah.
But it still includes a lot.
Recolonization.
Yeah, but it includes a lot of like, I mean, the Nashville itself it was at one point really, super black, but now it's, they've pushed them all out. But it still includes, but they've included so many like suburbs that are majority white that they've like enabled like white people to have a lot more of the voting power to, all that type of stuff. So it's kind of crazy here, like how they set this government up. But it's like the mayor's Democrat, but a lot of the politicians here tend to lean more moderate or conservative because they're representing like more rural like areas of the city. So it's interesting. I've never experienced anything like Nashville on the government's tip, but
yeah, like politics is one of those things that I really want to know more about. I just don't have the energy to research.
I tell people it's tough because like when people always be like, oh, you rather watch a game than like pay attention to what's happening. It's like, yeah, because like this game's gonna end like in 30 minutes. Politics is a long game. Like you gotta really like just keep up with stuff like over a 4-year period, not just like an NBA season is 6 months. I can do that. I have the attention span to keep up and I can see the end of that. But like politics takes years. Things unfold over time. And I can see why people, it's very easy to just like lose interest or just to kind of like lull into your attention over that time of period.
Yeah.
So,
because you have to really look at the history to understand
that too.
like,
That too.
What people are talking about and what did it do?
Yeah.
It's not just like in that moment, like you said.
Yeah. Every year, we're living out the decisions that people have made like 20 years ago, right now, 30 years ago. Which is crazy.
Right.
But yeah.
Like I probably know Reaganomics from listening to rap. Other than that, I was never taught that. Like school didn't like say much about all that.
One of the funniest
2 Chainz did.
One of the funniest things on Twitter is when people like there'll be a joke about Ronald Reagan and then they'll be like, yeah, he's in hell right now doing such and such. They'll always add in like, yeah, he in hell. But yeah.
I watched 30 Rock. I think I learned a lot about Reagan from that show also.
Interesting.
Cause it's a Tina Fey show,
Mhm.
and she like very much infuses like political satire into her stuff.
Word.
So, like one of the main characters, played by Alec Baldwin, he's a very rich conservative, basically rich conservative white guy,
Yeah.
and everything that comes with that, like he is all of that personified, and it's funny how they like make it play out, but he's like idolizes Ronald Reagan.
Most white men do of a certain age. Well,
And
Ronald Reagan is in like a lot of white people's top 5 presidents. He might be.
Oh, I know.
Or the
That's what
GOAT.
I'm
Some of them look
saying.
at it as a GOAT. It's like the Michael Jordan or LeBron for them.
I know.
It's like, do you like Reagan or do you
And-
like Kennedy? Like, it'd be like,
And he personifies all of it.
yeah.
But they make fun of it though, and it's funny.
Word.
But you like learn like, huh, this is interesting.
Yeah,
This is what
man.
rich white people think.
Man, he started the drug trade with no real reason to start, or the drug war with no real reason to
Mhm.
start the drug war. It's so crazy when I learned about all that stuff.
Yeah.
I believe. Never mind. I don't want to get. We about to get flagged.
And Wes Lowry, he used to like drop knowledge on me when I was a freshman.
He would be the one.
Like,
Shout out
teach
to
me
Wes Lauer,
stuff.
friend of the podcast.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah.
So yeah, he used to like tell me
That
stuff.
man killing it.
Like,
By the way, he's killing
He
it.
brought up stuff about like Detroit. He was talking about Detroit long before I was ever gonna move to Detroit, and I was just like, "Dang, that's what's happening. That's wild."
Yeah.
All right, you trying to play Super Smash Bros?
I was gonna say last week when you was asking me about when you was so like incredulous about when you was like surprised about MC Hammer. MC Hammer is from the Detroit of California. Oakland is not a joke. He from Oakland. Oakland is no games in Oakland. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, man, these are real cities. These are like these ghettos where now the older I get, I feel like it was all like intentional. Like they knew this stuff would happen on some level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. And then trying to like get people to like see that. That's what's
I'm over
super
that.
hard.
I'm past that point in my
And
life.
I used to be, I go back and forth sometimes. Like sometimes I want to get into those debates with people, but I also know that I don't know a lot about politics. I know enough to like have conversations, but when somebody actually knows stuff and I'm just like, all right, yeah, I don't know how to explain this. Like I don't, but yeah, it's really interesting stuff. Just like how governments function, and how they do the things they do, how they make these things legal to do the things that they do.
They the biggest gang in the world.
And it's nuts. Like I want to dive more into like what's like this Russia-Ukraine stuff and like how our involvement, like what's the relationship with all that. But I'm like, I don't know. I also think it might be too soon for me to try to figure out because I don't know enough.
I mean, I would start. You could like look into stuff and like read up on it, but also like it's weird. It's a good time to catch up. It's like you're in the middle of a season that's not over yet, because like it's a good time to just go back and watch season 1 and 2, and then see how it plays out.
Yeah, and it's also funny like being around the people that are, I guess, like middle working class or working middle class and lower.
Yeah.
And like they're just so certain of everything and they know of what all these things are, and I'm like, no, you don't.
They
like,
brainwashed. That's what's wrong.
so brainwashed. And
They drank the Kool-Aid.
I'm just like,
and they love it. They think it tastes
And-
good. They don't think it needs no sugar in that Kool-Aid. They love it.
but they don't know better. This is the problem. Like I don't know. It's just a lot. That's one of the reasons why I struggle with going to work at Costco. Because I haven't been that close to those people since that time. I don't know, you weren't even there. It was like I had this summer job that I worked at for like probably a week, and I just stopped going. So then I got fired because I stopped going, but I didn't care because I'm like, I can't do this job.
This was at OU?
Yeah. This was like the summer before our last year. So when I was
2013. Okay.
When I was really down bad financially, and I just needed it. So yeah, and they were just like, I mean, especially where we were in Athens, Ohio, like that's like the poorest county in Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio's already a red state, and it's very rural. So I'm glad that was then and not like Trump era.
Oh, that'd been wild.
It would have been terrible.
I just was talking to a girl on Twitter who was younger than us, but she was at OU during the Trump election. I was like, that'd been a crazy time to be at OU. I couldn't imagine being there.
What?
She said it like changed after that. Like her experience changed for the worse. Like after all that happened.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I imagine it would.
Yeah, right. I used to get my car fixed out in Trump Air Lane. I bet I would have saw all types of Trump signs on my drive out there to get my car like worked on. They did good work.
Driving,
was,
taking that road trip to Colorado, I'm surprised I didn't see that much. I thought I would see a lot more. I mean, it also was an election time, but that hasn't stopped anybody.
Right, yeah.
That's like the one thing that's really interesting about this past election. Usually when somebody loses, like everything is taken down, people move on, they go on.
Yeah.
But like he still has this.
He struck a nerve,
following.
man. He struck a nerve.
He did.
He found a pressure point and he's on that mug.
And he just like,
I think he's big. I mean, people like think I'm being funny or trying to be, but Big T is on his way back with a vengeance.
I think so too.
This is like the return of Return of the Empire in Star Wars. I don't watch Star Wars, but it's like the return of whatever. Big T is on
Empire Strikes
the Empire Strike. It's on his way back. Big T is coming.
Oh yeah, if he stays healthy, if he don't die, he's getting elected again.
Yeah, Big T is coming back with it.
I don't see anybody else who would challenge him on the Republican side and Democratic side. He's definitely gonna be Biden the second election because nobody likes him right now.
Everybody hates Biden. We had better options though. We had better options, but we ain't want them. We want the tried and true.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Africa.
Yeah. So
I'm not. I don't know if I'm doing that. I'd be talking when I say that. I don't know if I'm doing that. Moving to Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. I just be going off the strength. I know nothing about living in Africa.
I know that's like I can't see myself actually living in another country.
I don't think I can either, but I like the idea of it though. I definitely like to entertain the idea.
Right. There's still, at the end of the day, America has still managed to create something special here.
I mean, this is the best. Like we still like got a lot of comforts, a lot of just like amenities, a lot of amenities.
Right, and it's just like I can't. Like when I've visited other countries, like it's they don't have central AC. It's just like a window unit or like a unit that's like built into the wall. Yeah. Like that's just different. I don't even know if I can do that.
The one place I just heard about, our good friend Shayla told me about this, Singapore.
Yeah, I heard Singapore is dope.
She said that's like a utopia. I was like, oh, I might have to make that. Yeah.
It's very wealthy.
Yeah,
Singapore.
It's expensive to live there. I read up on it. It's very expensive, but it's like a utopia. I didn't know Singapore had it going on like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they do.
Snaps.
The movie, if you probably never saw it, but Crazy Rich Asians. That's
It's
in
set, oh, it's
Singapore.
set. I didn't. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. I thought it was in China. I would have guessed.
Nah, it's Singapore.
Word.
But yeah, but I knew Singapore was really dope. But still, like I don't know. I just can't see it that much. Especially also when it comes to little minute things that I know from being like an engineer and like being in the car industry is like other countries, like US is fairly young. I think Singapore is kind of young
It
too.
is, yeah.
But like a lot of these other major countries are fairly young or are fairly old in their development. So that's why they have like really small cars and small roads, because they weren't building their infrastructure around vehicles.
Right.
Like we had vehicles here, and it came so much later, and like we didn't care about how big something was. Our cars used to be massive.
Yeah.
If you look up comparisons or something, like our cars were so huge until Japan started making stuff, and like Toyota came out and they were just like, oh nah, we're just gonna like make things smaller, more compact, more efficient. And then the US was like, oh, we are using a lot of steel. We should stop.
They don't even use steel no more. They got to a point now where they don't even use metal for the most part on cars.
That's not true at all.
I thought it's
but
like,
I
well,
appreciate
metal's in
your
the.
thought.
I know the engine's like metal, but like the body, I should say, is plastic right now. No, it's
It's
still metal.
no. Yeah, they still use steel for everything. That's why they rust, because it's steel.
Oh,
Like the frame
right.
is like
you right.
it's too strong
Because
to
Julie started rusting.
it's too strong and cheap to like switch to something else right now.
You right.
You'll only see things switch to aluminum when they're really expensive. Like something like the German cars will use aluminum frames. But it's just way more expensive though.
Oh, you right. Because Julie did
But-
start rusting. Julie was rusting back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You right.
Yeah. So like that stuff I could go on, but I almost feel like I want to talk about technology and stuff more, because that's stuff that I really know and I can drop knowledge on, and then you can go on your political rants
I'm always ready to do that.
and in other historic rants.
I'm always ready to do that. I'm always ready to let these niggas know what it is and what it's not.
Because don't sleep on Valerian. He's a young historian on so many levels. I've always respected that about you.
You know, I met Dr. King once. He passed me the knowledge, and I was like, I'm going to take it, Dr. King. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Yeah. Go back to your country.
Maybe one day. I'm always messing up lyrics. I always mess up lyrics when I get on here. All day I'll be singing a song, and then I get on here and I lose the lyrics.
You get nervous.
I get a little,
because the people are
it's
watching.
the pressure, like of knowing that I'm one of the greatest singers of all time, but it's like living up to that standard is difficult. You know what I mean? How do you follow up with Thriller? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Proverbially speaking, I didn't make Thriller. I'm just saying proverbially, like how do you follow up with that type of standard? It's tough. It's tough. Darling, one day maybe. I forget. I lost it. I'm gonna start telling people an old school song of the week to check out though. This week it's gonna be, you gotta listen to Maybe It's Love This Time by the Stylistics.
Okay.
Check that out.
Maybe It's Love by the Stylistics.
Mhm.
Also, go check out Insecure.
Definitely do that. Definitely do that, please. And give them a good rating after you see it. Talk about what you liked about it. Don't give no bad rating.
And don't be sarcastic. either.
Yeah. Show what you really liked about it. Maybe you appreciated the twist. You didn't know what was gonna happen.
Hey, what's the name of that song again? I forgot.
Maybe one day it's love, or maybe it's love this time. Maybe it's love this time. That's the name of it.
Oh, I was about to say I can't be that far off.
You found it.
No, I'm writing it down because I guess I could have just looked it up. That would have made more sense.
You know, you the old person working your phone. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it.
Well, like, meanwhile, I'm recording all this stuff, reviewing tech and like watches and headphones. I'm sitting here writing stuff on a piece of paper.
Hold on, I get it. Hold on. How you spell maybe?
That I'm gonna lose.
Right, you definitely. The piece of paper is good as gone.
All right.
Well, it's been real. It's another, episode. Will this be out Friday?
See everybody. And then it's gonna pick up back up with me saying this. Thank you for joining us.
All right, we out.
As always, I'm Kyle.
I'm V Baby.